Hi everyone and welcome to Danka Praktik. One more very important thing to do when growing tomatoes is to prune them. If you don't do this, at best you'll get a tomato bush with a lower yield. In worst cases, the tomato plant can get a disease and die. So this is very important to know and applies to most sorts of tomatoes. Stay tuned.
Danka Praktik.
Another very important thing to do with the tomatoes is to tie them so they can properly grow and spread. If you want to see how to do this, watch our video where we show you the two most common ways to do this. The link is in the card in the corner of this video or in the description. How to prune tomatoes. For pruning, you can use gardening shears or pruners. Make sure to disinfect them before you start. If the tomato plant is smaller, you can use your hands to pluck the vine. You should do three kinds of pruning. Prune the bottom of the stem, prune the so-called suckers on the plant, and prune the top of the plant. We would recommend starting from the bottom. Wherever you see a vine or leaf that's touching the ground or is getting a yellowish cover, take it off. These vines catch fungal diseases from the ground, which eventually spreads to the whole plant and can kill it. Next, prune the so-called suckers. As the name says, this is the vine that grows and sucks out some of the plant juices that would otherwise go to the fruit. Simply put, it lowers the overall yield of fruit. The tricky part here is to recognize what is a sucker and what part of the stem and vine should you leave. Well, the easiest way to recognize this is by the way it grows. It looks like a weird third vine coming out between the stem and the vine. Once you see it, you'll recognize it for sure. It looks much like a third arm coming from the body. So once you see it, cut it off. While doing this, be careful not to damage the stem and the other vines. The best time to do this pruning is when the tomato plant is smaller. You can then prune the suckers with your hands. Check the whole plant. You're bound to find a couple of suckers for sure. Finally, you have the pruning of the top of the plant. This is done mainly to prevent the vines from overgrowing. Lots of tomato sorts can grow very high, over 2 meters or more. Common practice is that this height, where you cut the plant off, is determined by the support system you have in your garden or greenhouse. This way, you avoid the stem and vines from deforming, breaking, and growing into a bush. So, once the stem and vines reach the top of the stake or string you have, cut the top off. On this part, we would recommend this. If you have the possibility, make a higher support system in your garden or greenhouse. Put higher stakes and strings. This will let the tomato grow to at least 2 meters or higher. From our experience, the fruit and yield is much better this way. Pruning is done a couple of times during the season. The best practice is, every time you go about the garden, give the tomato plants a quick glance. See if there's any new suckers growing and if there are any vines near the ground. In most cases, you can just pluck them with your fingers and that's that. If you're vigilant, for a smaller greenhouse or garden, it's literally a couple of minutes of work. So that's it for this time. We hope the video helps. Please like and subscribe. It's a huge help for what we're doing. Thanks for watching and thanks for your time.